What's up, YouTube? I'm coming to you live from New York City. I want to share a simple opportunity that's helping everyday people, affiliate marketers, digital marketers, moms, dads, anyone who wants to be able to learn a high income skill and be able to earn some extra income. I want to show you how everyday people are able to make an extra $100 up to $900 plus in a day working from home, and all you need is your smartphone, an internet connection, and at least 2 hours a day to plug into the training on the inside. I'm gonna have the website information if you want to check it out in the content, in the details directly below in the description of this video. I want to show you some testimonials inside of our community, and then I'm going to break down how everything works. All right. Income disclaimer: this is not a get rich quick scheme. Making money online is about treating your business like a real business. So I'm going to talk about having your own digital franchise. So check out this testimonial I want to show you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm in New York City. Let me know where you're from and I'll give you a shout out. So what I want to do is I want to start with this testimonial inside of our community today. Christina Bell, just 8 hours ago, she posted $1,300 in 3 days as a stay-at-home mom. And then she said, never ever thought I could bring in a full-time income from home working so little. So thankful for my automated system I knew nothing about 10 months ago, helping change lives with weekly sales with an automated system for months, right? So look, she's a stay-at-home mom and she made $1,300 in 3 days. So here, checking out her proof of results. An income disclaimer: these are her results. You can see where she made $300. I'm gonna explain how that all works. So she earned a $300 commission. Here you can see she made $100. That was with the Launchpad. Big congrats, Christina. And then here you can see she made a $900 sale. So she made $1,300 in 3 days as a stay-at-home mom. Now, some personal experience. I got started last year. You see, March 30th, 2024. Income disclaimer: this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. When you're building your business, you have to get customers. What's up, y'all? I hope you guys have an amazing day. This is how regular, everyday people are able to earn an extra $100 to $900 plus per day from home as your own boss. You have to have an entrepreneur mindset. This is not a 9-to-5 job. So I'm just walking through what's possible. My results are not typical. I got started on the 30th. I got my system set up. I gotta respect privacy, but as you can see here, on the 31st, I already started making sales. All right, I have been doing digital marketing for some time now, so I'm not new. I have personal experience. All right, so what I wanted to do was flip the camera over, and now I wanted to get into how do you actually make money online if you were starting from scratch. And this is not for everybody, all right? So first, if you're at home and you want a way for people to pay you at home and you're staying at home, let's say you're not going outside, you have to have a product to sell. You have to have something a person can buy from you online where you get paid. So the benefit of promoting a digital product is that you don't have to have physical inventory. You don't have to have boxes laying around. When you make a sale, you don't have to then go to the post office to mail out stuff. You can work your business right from your smartphone. Another thing that's powerful about digital products is deliverability. You see, some people say they want to be successful, but they're not really ready for success. My wife just told me a story about a lady. Yo, babe, are you here? What happened with that girl who made all those sales? With a physical product, right? So my wife just told me about how this girl made her own company and she's selling physical products, right? But she went viral. So a whole bunch of people bought her products. And what happened was more people bought than she could handle. She did not expect it to get that big. And because people are waiting for their inventory, people started to hit the refund. So it's going terrible for her right now. Her business boomed before she could handle it. When you have digital products, anytime you make a sale, your customer gets access to their digital product pretty much instantly. And it doesn't matter how many customers you have. So you see where someone with a physical product business, she got a lot of orders and now she couldn't handle them all in time. People are getting mad, like, yo, refund, refund, refund. If you have a digital product business, if 1,000 people happen to buy from you all at the same time, all 1,000 of them are going to get the welcome email that sends them to where they can access their digital product. So there's comfortability and you have room to move when you promote digital products. So the first thing you need if you're going to make money online is something to sell. We recommend you start with a digital product because it gives you more room to, if you're old, it doesn't matter, not about age, but if you're up there in age, you're not carrying physical inventory. If you're younger, you're already used to the digital age. You access your products online. So it's like Netflix versus Blockbuster, right? Netflix, you could stay home. Blockbuster, you had to leave. So just think Netflix, right? With digital products. Once you have a product to sell, the next thing you need is you need an automated system or something to help walk your potential customers through the buying process, right? So this is where you want to just have the automated system. All right, guys, thank you. Just had to remove some people from the live really quickly. All right, so check it out, guys. Your system is going to help you because it does the selling, it does the telling, it does the explaining for you. If you don't have a system and you're wanting to sell something online, you will feel like a recruiter because if somebody asks you for more information, you're gonna have to be the one to explain it. And then if you don't explain it right, then you're gonna feel like you lost the sale. So using an automated system, you just have to then do step 3, which is get traffic to your automated system. You let your system do the sorting and sifting. You let your system do the explaining for you. You don't need everybody to buy your, and then traffic. All right, so I hope that makes sense because there's nothing, anything else is too complicated and it's not needed. You need something to sell and a place to sell it. And if you don't want to stand out in a street corner, you can market and advertise online, right? Keep it super simple. Now, here's the cool thing about our program and why I look at it like a digital franchise. If you were gonna go buy a McDonald's, and so this is not for people who don't have the money to invest in themselves. This is not a get rich quick scheme. People normally put their guard up when they don't have the money and they feel like somebody is trying to take their money, right? Thanks, Jacob, I appreciate you. So, you know, this is not a get rich quick scheme. There are people out there who they want to work for themselves. And so you have to have your own business if you're gonna work for yourself. The beauty of affiliate marketing and digital marketing is you can work for yourself by promoting other people's products and services. So you don't have to create the products. You don't have to create the staff. You could find something you want to promote that's in alignment with whatever you believe in or whatever field you're into and you feel like it solves a problem and you can promote that product, right? And when you get a customer, you get paid. Now with affiliate marketing, normally you get a small cut. Sometimes if you're lucky, you could get 50%. But with the program that I found, where this is like having a digital franchise, you keep 100% of the profit on every sale that you make. So this digital franchise has 4 different products, all right? Here's how I wanna share it for people who are learning about making money online. If you bought a franchise like McDonald's, and I just made a video about this, when you buy McDonald's, you don't change anything. The menu stays the same, the golden arch stays the same, the prices of the product stays the same, the system stays the same. So McDonald's has a system in place where a brand new person does not have to know how to make a burger ever. When they follow the system, they'll know how to make the Big Mac exactly how it's supposed to be, whether they're in New York or California. They'll know how the fries are supposed to be salted wherever they are, right? So you see, so McDonald's in California is the same as the McDonald's in New York, right? If you bought a McDonald's franchise, you do not change the products. If you bought a Starbucks, you don't change the products. So when you buy a digital product, it's not about, oh, did you buy a course to resell a course? All businesses, or a majority of businesses, they buy inventory to sell their inventory. Said exactly. So here's an example, because with digital products, people may say, oh, did you buy a course to resell a course? That would be like if you had a t-shirt shop and you sold white t-shirts. You're not in the back with a sewing machine making white t-shirts. Most likely for your t-shirt shop, you went and you found a vendor where you could buy white t-shirts in bulk. So you bought your inventory in bulk and then didn't expect to learn so much this fast. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate you. So you would buy your inventory in bulk, right, with your white t-shirt store. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna sell the white t-shirts. So didn't you just buy a product to sell the product? And it's not just white t-shirts. What if you had a grocery store? If I went into your grocery store and I wanted ginger ale, are you gonna tell me, hold on, good sir, I'm gonna have my laddies come out here with the wheelbarrow and they're gonna go get the seltzer water and the ginger, and you just give us 15 minutes and we'll come back with your good ale, sir? You're not gonna do that. If you have a supermarket, most likely you found a vendor, you bought ginger ale to sell ginger ale. So didn't you buy a product to resell a product? But here's the smart thing about having a digital product business. You only have to pay for your inventory one time. Yup, anything and everything works like this, except with if you have a digital product. Check it out. You can buy your product one time, and because it's digital, you can sell it unlimited times. The way I make it simple to understand, and I appreciate you guys for what about selling services? It's the same way, but you have more freedom with a product over a service. Because as an example, let's say your service is giving people haircuts. Then you're one person, you can only cut one head at a time, pause. But if you had a product that was teaching people how to cut their own hair, you can have 1,000 people buy that product from you and they can all pay and learn a skill. You see the difference? With the service, you have to be the one to go cut a head. So you can only do one head at a time, pause. But with a product, you could sell a gazillion of them, how to cut your own hair. And then everybody who buys it, if you're teaching us how to cut hair, you see what I'm saying? So digital products have value. We're in the digital age. Damn, that's actually true. Yeah, I've been doing this for years. This is not a scam stuff. There's people that hold you back from learning these things, and it's kind of weird. It's almost like the Matrix. Like you go to school, nobody tells you about sales in school, right? So as an example, you go to school, they teach you about math and algebra, certain things you'll never use. What I do, I own a digital franchise. I sell somebody else's product. And the lady's product that I'm selling, she has an interactive community. She teaches people how to market and advertise. There's live coaching, there's live mentorship. So I didn't have to create the product. I share it, but anytime I make a sale, I get to keep 100% of the money. This is why it's like having a franchise. And I compare it to if you went and bought a McDonald's. You would have to have $500,000, plus it's like $2 million down to buy the McDonald's. And when you bought the Mickey D's, you can't change anything, right? So I wanted to show you guys this so that when you look at online businesses, you don't treat it like a get-rich-quick scheme. You treat it like you're a business owner and you're looking at inventory to own because you need a product to sell. Remember, without the tricks, if you're at home and you want to make money online, you only need something to sell, a system that will help you sell it, and then traffic, meaning people getting to see it. It doesn't matter what it is, right? If you sell hot dogs and nobody sees it, you sell no hot dogs. If you sell phones and nobody sees it, you don't make any money. You sell digital products and nobody sees it, you don't make any money. Skate shops, exactly. Whatever it is, if nobody buys, you don't make any money. Imagine if you decided to create a skate shop in the middle of the hood where everybody plays basketball and they think skating is corny, as an example. You may mess around and not get any customers. Whereas your same skate shop in the right location, let's say you happen to get it on 14th Street in Manhattan where people rail slide off the train rails, a lot of people will go in your skate shop. So it's about when you have your product, you need to identify your perfect customer so you don't waste time. So you're selling a course on how to sell a course. No, people are tired of courses. People need to be in the right environment to grow. You see what I'm saying? People need to be in the right environment to grow. So here's the difference. Check this out, Jacob. And I showed, you maybe just hopped in. So I showed when I got started, when I bought my digital franchise, because I wanted to own my own business, but I did not want to create my own products. I bought this last year, right? After I got my system set up, income disclaimer, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I have multiple, here, let me go to my business email. Not a get-rich-quick scheme, so it's not a guarantee of sales. I've been doing digital marketing for a long time, but you can see, look, on the 31st, I already started making money, right? 300, look at all of these. In my first what was it? In my first 30 days, I made $12,600, but it's not just me. So then I showed, look, today, a mom, look at Christina, $1,300 in 3 days as a stay-at-home mom. Never ever thought I could bring in a full-time income from home working so little. Now, but what are you marketing? This is what I'm sharing now. What I am marketing is somebody else's program where every day we learn from a millionaire what actions to do to grow an online income. Digital marketing is a skill set. It's not an opportunity. It's the ability to get customers online, right? So many people struggle because no matter what they want to sell, they don't know who their perfect customer is. They try to get their friends and family to buy from them. Their friends and family say no, they quit. They don't have the right support system. They're not around people making money. They're not around people who know what to do. So it's easy to give up when you're not in the right environment. This program that I didn't have to create, look, 5 hours ago, Michelle, how to build authority through educating. People don't follow you just because you post. They follow you because you help them. So let's say somebody's been struggling to make money online. Most likely they commission market. Hey, want to make this amount? And then it's like, yo, what's the product, right? We're an implementation program. So courses, they give you education and that's it. We're live every single day. There's a daily video. Earlier today, there was a live workshop on a 10K lifestyle. We have another one tomorrow. Online courses, as an example, will never have a calendar. Why would an online course have a calendar? Right? It's done. You buy it, there's no more info. This is today, this is tomorrow. No, if you believe that, explain how, since you're here, because this is gonna help other people. But you know I'm gonna back everything up with facts, just in case, you know, and it's all love. So how is it multi-level marketing? This is not an MLM, but explain so it maybe can help you. And thank you guys for being here. Where is the pyramid? Do you work a regular job currently, Jacob? And shout out to you for this. Do you work a regular job? Yes or no? And it's all love. We're not like fighting each other. We're learning, right? We're learning. So look, you see, this is an interactive program. No different than somebody going to college to learn digital marketing, except you're learning digital marketing from a real millionaire. You see how some people go to college to learn business, but the professor doesn't have a business? Here, we're learning digital marketing from somebody who made $6 million in 2 years. Well, that lady that is selling the product will be at the top of the landscape. That's where this is wrong. You keep 100% of the profit on every sale. There's nobody above you. When I sell a $900 program, I make the full 900. All right, so landscaping. So, all right, cool. So as an example, are there people that get entry-level jobs? Are there people who work your position? Is there a manager? Is there someone who has a role above yours? But the program, what is it? It's an educational program that teaches people how to market and advertise. E-learning. So it was created by Michelle. Here she is right here, right? This is her story. And she has 4 programs on the inside. So I'll scroll up a bit, right? And then I'm going to show you why I compare this to a digital franchise. Keep in mind, Jacob, if you bought McDonald's, you don't change anything about it, right? So like you see here, real coaching and training. It's just online based. They make your website for you. So like there's me, there's my daughter, right? They make my website, so I didn't have to have tech skills. There's the different testimonials. All right, here's Michelle going over the different things. And then here we have the Launchpad product, Passive Daily Pay, Digital Mastery, and Legacy Builder. So 4 educational programs, right? The Launchpad teaches someone how to launch their business in 7 days. Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. When you own this, you also own the Launchpad. You see how this kind of comes off like a feedback loop? No, not really. Look, check it out. Passive Daily Pay. If you own this, you also get the Launchpad. Passive Daily Pay teaches entrepreneurs how to incorporate storytelling in their marketing, how to identify their perfect customer. why that's important when you're building a business, branding yourself online, as well as the discovery method, how to drive traffic to your business using social media without spending money on advertising. So that's what you learn in Passive Daily Pay. Then you have Digital Mastery. When you own Digital Mastery, this gives you 3 product packages, right? So when you own Digital Mastery, you can also earn $600 commissions, and you learn how to create multiple streams of income. So I thank you guys for saying that's kind of like a pyramid, because helping you guys understand is much better. So all good businesses do not just sell one product. They have different price points. As an example, if you go to Mercedes-Benz, they don't just have a C-Class. You could buy the C-Class, you could buy the E-Class, you could buy the S-Class. If somebody's a CEO, maybe they want a Maybach. Nobody's gonna say Mercedes is a pyramid because they have different product packages, right? He said, I'm talking about you. I love that you're doing that, because this is why I wanted to get into this. Check it out, guys. What is a franchise? Thank you, guys. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that you guys are here who want to learn this and not be fooled, because that's why I go live to teach. So what is a franchise business model? A franchise business model is where one company grants another independent business owner the rights to use its brands, product, and operating system in exchange for fees and royalties, right? So like, once again, if you bought a McDonald's, you don't change anything. Here's the key components, because it's pretty similar. Check it out. Franchisor, the company that owns the original business, brand, and operating system. So in this example, the creator of this program is Michelle, all right? Next, franchisee, an individual entrepreneur who buys the right to operate the business under the franchisee's name and guidelines. So just using me as an example, when I got started last year, I paid to own the $600 program. I wanted the education, the mentorship, and I also wanted to own my own business. So check it out, guys. I got started on the 30th. Income disclaimer, nobody's a dollar sign. Here, this was just one of the $900 commissions when somebody bought the $900 product package from me. And once again, I was able to make $12,000 in just 30 days. So just look at the similarities, all right? This is not competition. You do not have to have your own online business. So check it out. Franchise fee, an initial payment made by the franchisee to the franchisor for the right to join the franchise system, right? So this is why I say it's so similar to having a digital franchise, because I did not have to create these products. Look, I did not have to create the calendar. I did not have to create all the live trainings. So as an example, on Thursday, everyone who's a customer, there's a mindset coaching, right? Why? Mindset is the foundation of all business activities. It influences your approach to challenges, your ambitions, your ability to innovate, and your relationships with your customers. Who is this for? Someone who wants to build their business, right? So e-learning, it's not a course where you buy some education and you're left hanging. It's education, right? So you see that? So what I like about it, I did not have to create this calendar. I also didn't have to create all of the lessons and coaching in the classroom. Look, a 30-day momentum map, grow a following, grow an email list, grow a customer base. Let's go down. Here you can see mindset training, social media training. So here you can see learning how to do social media. We had Wendy teaching YouTube. You can see 2 hours and 5 minutes. Wendy is someone in the community where she made $6,000 in one day. You see that, guys? Then you have the win section. So I love that. Said, I think you are drinking the punch, G. What punch? Check it out, guys. I love that you have, then there's the win section where people share their results as they're learning. So look at Sandra, 7 hours ago, 646 views in an hour for my video. This may not sound very exciting for most of you, but I'll take it. I received those amazing views plus 5 new subscribers. So people are learning their skill sets. So what did you say, Jacob? I'm going over this, so I'm not reading everything. What did you say? Look at Nicolene being blessed with $100 sale. What was your question? Okay, I made a shitload of money as a mobile mechanic. I think a service is more dependable and an honest way to earn money. Honest way than what? To help people who are struggling build an income online. So for example, right? There's someone out there who they're trying to build an income online and they waste money on advertising. So if you have a business, you know you could pay for ads, but you don't know if that person you paid is gonna give you bot clicks and fake traffic. Inside of our program, this millionaire teaches people how to get traffic to their business without wasting any money on ads. So let's say the only people who buy this program are business owners who want to learn how to attract customers without wasting money on ads. Not a single person is hurt. It's all about who wants the services. So you see that this isn't to try to convince anybody to buy anything from me. This is how everyday people are able to create an extra $100 to $900 a day with a digital franchise. So where you don't have to create the product yourself, you don't have to deal with tech support. Look at that, 7 hours ago, first sale, right? Everybody starts as a beginner. Look at Kevin, this was 2 hours ago. You can also do this while you work a 9 to 5. So look at Kevin, $300 while at the 9 to 5 grind. Another girl that's been watching me for months decided it was time to jump in, and I'm so excited for her to get started. So you see, she's not saying, "Ooh, I got somebody's money, F them, I'm gonna run away like a scammer." No, we're excited to welcome them into our community. You know what I mean? And then you can see here, let me click on it. You see where she's using Stripe. She earned a $300 commission. So what's cool about that is, like as an example, my last regular job, I used to get paid $800 once every 2 weeks, right? Here, I have a business where I can make $900 in one sale. So anytime I've made a $900 sale, in perspective, because remember, it's always you versus you. You're not competing with anyone else but yourself. I always remember when I had the job getting paid $10 an hour, and it would take me 2 weeks to do this with one sale. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, there's some people who they want to be able to live a freedom lifestyle. We had a mom in our community, as an example. Her son has special needs. He was in the hospital. She wants to be able to stay with her family. She doesn't want to have to go to a 9 to 5. She still needs to make money, right? By having something online based, educational based, she can work with other people who want that same type of lifestyle, that same type of thing, and help them. I made $600 profit in one night doing mobile mechanics. That's good. But you see the difference, Jacob? You see how when you say stuff, I'm like, oh, that's good. That's dope. That's great, bro. But, and then your response to me is kind of like honest living, like the creator's watching. And you know, if God was to jump in the story, God has seen me help more than 3 dads make $10,000 in a month online. So if we're being judged by Christ and the creator, I could clearly tell Christ, look at this, look at this, look at this. So you got to kind of be careful too. It's like, if you're not into it, you don't need to judge what you don't understand. Because as an example, let's say somebody is at home because they're injured. They can't go to work because of an injury, but they still need to make money. Knowing that digital marketing and affiliate marketing is a way someone can make money from home. They could promote other people's products and services. Why would it be a good thing to be like, hey, that's wrong. Hey, that's a scam. You see what I'm saying? You're just stopping them from being able to feed themselves with the lack of information. So like, I wouldn't do that about your landscaping business. There's certain things I don't know about it, so I wouldn't even try to nitpick at it if I don't know all of the facts behind it. So that's the downside, where it's like people trying to uplift people, and then others who maybe got played thinks other people are trying to play people. So it's like this weird tug of war. So, you know, that's all. I just get on here, I go live so people see I'm a real person. So you could see that if you wanted to earn an income from home, you have the ability to do that. And all you need is a smartphone, an internet connection, and 2 hours a day. And because of digital marketing, you don't have to be the person that creates the product. You can promote other people's products. So that gives you freedom. You don't have to wait and get hired. You can hire yourself the moment you get started. And then also for clarity purposes, and this is why I used a franchise as an example, making money with any business is not a get rich quick scheme. Even a landscape business, it's not a get rich quick scheme. There's someone in that landscape business who they had to invest their money into the proper tools, into the proper training, into making sure everybody's safety is intact. And to make money online, the same thing is needed. You need the tools, the proper training, the safety. And how can you be safe online? Knowing the proper skill sets. Right? So so sometimes people just don't understand and they hold themselves back, and it's all good, But for the people who do want to make money online, you approach it like a real business. If you wanted McDonald's as an example, I think a McDonald's costs $2 million. You wouldn't go, yo, why McDonald's cost $2 million? Yo, why can't I get a free business? You wouldn't do that. So don't do it with digital marketing. If you don't have the money to invest, be honest about that, and don't look for a get rich quick scheme. Don't look for something to be free for you to make money off of. That's not fair. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. So if you had something for free, it has to be free for everyone, but you're not going to make any money from that. Be willing to invest in yourself, and people who are willing to invest in themselves and want to be in that field are the only people that you connect with. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you how I've been able to earn an extra 100 to 900, and I showed you proof. I showed you other people inside of our community able to earn an extra $100 to $900 in a day without having to create the product, without having to have tech skills, without needing any previous experience. And all you have to do is be coachable. You see how we had a daily video today. Nobody will force anyone to watch the daily guidance from a millionaire. But then if they struggle, where's the e-learning, right? E-learning is about learning online. If somebody is not learning, they're not going through the education, that's like Sunduko. Sunduko is when a person buys a book and never reads it. So I'm 100% clear about what I'm doing, and I only do digital marketing. This field has created millionaires. The program that I'm sharing, the lady, her strategies, she made $6 million in 2.5 years. I'm gonna put my blinders on, and I don't care about nothing else that's going on in this world but making money online with a digital product business and helping other people, because the time freedom is what matters. I wanna spend time with my wife. I want to be able to travel if my family ever needs me. My younger sister has Down syndrome. If she ever has to be rushed to the hospital, I never have to ask a boss to let me go. I never have to worry about taking a lunch break. I never have to hear the words, you're hired or you're fired. And all I have to do as a man is hold myself accountable and do the income producing activities as a man, as someone who's disciplined, right? Because you see, it's you building yourself up, and you have the ability to build yourself up. So something else that I really love about our community is the environment where we're surrounded by people who take action. We're surrounded by people. Look, I showed you one testimonial. Someone made their first video and they were super happy. That's not a sale, but that's still a breakthrough, because fear will hold a person back from even going live, right? So something else that holds people back from winning in this field is your own personal hangups. It has nothing to do with any of these opportunities. It's all about what's in your mindset, what you believe is real to you, right? So that doesn't have anything to do with this field. That's a personal issue, and you got to work on your own personal issues, because they'll bleed into your business, right? They'll bleed into your business. So just be clear about what you're doing. What I love about this program that's helping everyday people, moms, dads, grandmothers, grandfathers, create a better life for themselves is that it's not an online course. It's a live interactive program. I showed you our calendar. I got started last year, and we have new activity in the calendar this month. No monthly fees. As far as business goes, I shared the example of a t-shirt shop. Most businesses, when they have to buy their inventory, they sell it, they got to rebuy the inventory. They sell it, they got to rebuy the inventory. When you have a digital product business model, it's smart because you only had to buy your inventory one time. So yes, I bought this digital franchise one time. I don't have to buy it again. I could sell the 4 educational products on the inside over and over and over and over and over again. If somebody wants to learn how to launch their business into profit, if they got left hanging by their sponsor and they want to be in the right environment to grow, where they get daily videos from a millionaire and coaching from high six-figure earners, and they're surrounded by people who are going to root them on and cheer them on, they could get the Launchpad product, and it's only $100 one time with a $39 website fee, which is how the company makes money, since you keep 100% of the product, right? That's about selling a product. That's not about commissions. That's about the product. Maybe somebody wants to make more than $100 a sale though, and they want to learn how to incorporate their story in their marketing. And they want deeper education than FreeTube, because guess what? Everything on YouTube is free. Yes, you can learn everything on YouTube for free, but then when you apply it and you're stuck, you still have nobody to turn to. So then you got to go back to that YouTube video that you watched for free. You got to see if that content creator solves your problem with another video. If not, you go find a different content creator. So there's like 20 different cooks in the kitchen, and it just takes you a long time to figure it out by yourself. Or you invest in your education and you're in an environment where there's a hub, there's a place where you can actually go to get your questions answered and all of that stuff. So there's a very big difference between an online course and an interactive community. And us here at the Digital Growth Community, we are an interactive community, and there's 4 educational programs. And as a business owner, if you wanted to make money online, you need a product to sell. As a business owner, they have 4 different products that you can own and get the resale rights to. So very simple concept. Some people don't want to have to create their own product. I know I don't want to. I just want to be able to market something that's already done, has a great environment, has social proof, gives great support, teaches people the proper skills so I could sleep good at night. I just want to promote something that's already completed. And I got tired of playing small. When I first started years ago, I was promoting an offer called Lead Lightning, where I could get $6 a sale. I got tired of playing small. There's some people, they want a big business, right? I don't know about everybody here, but I know that life doesn't last forever on this earth. I'm not trying to play small. And then anytime in the past when I was down, nobody was there to help me. So I decided to go big on myself so I can have my own back, right? That's why most people go big. Higher education, higher income. You're always in control of yourself. All right, guys, but I wanted to share once again how everyday people are able to earn an extra $100 up to $900 a day, helping struggling entrepreneurs and digital marketers learn how to market and advertise the right way. Helping entrepreneurs who tried to do digital marketing and their sponsors left them hanging. We put you in an environment where as long as you are coachable, every day you get a daily video with an action step from a millionaire. There's live mentoring and coaching 2 times a week. There's live tech support 2 times a week with real human beings. You're alone, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So I feel like I have a whole team, even though it's just me building my business by myself. Because if someone needs help with their automated system, we have live tech support. Tech Tuesday, they could go and have real human beings help them. So I don't have to become tech support. If someone is stuck, we have 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners that do live coaching where all somebody has to do is, hey, look at 8 o'clock, come with your questions to get your question answered, right? So I feel like this is why our community has so many success stories, and there's not many others out there that have as many success stories as the Digital Growth Community. Pound for pound, if you wanted to put it next to each other within the 1.5 years that they've been around, right? And that you can put that up. So guys, I just wanted to bring you that update. You see, I'm at home. I'm able to share that with you. Check it out for yourself. Digital franchise. You don't have to create the products. You don't have to be tech support. You get an automated system that explains the digital program for you. Anytime you make a sale, you keep 100% of the profit. Here's my action taker bonus. If you decide to get started and you get the Legacy Builder program with me, where you own all of the lower product packages, my bonus to you is we can have a one-on-one mentorship call, and I could share my exact strategies with you, as well as be there long-term, guys. In my first 30 days, I did make $12,600 plus. Yeah, guys, and I've been doing digital marketing for years. So treat your business like a business, and you won't have any of those weird thoughts that people have when they're not treating their business like a business. You would never want to go get a McDonald's for free. it costs $2 million. You would never want a clothing store for free. It's going to cost some money. You would never go get a restaurant for free. Think about how much it's going to cost just on the tables, the chairs, the plates, the cups, the forks, the spoons, the napkins, the rent before you ever get a single customer. So if you approach online business with the same business mindset, money won't scare you. It's either you have it to invest in yourself because you're tired and you want something bigger, or you don't and you find a way to get it so you can invest in yourself later, right? But once you're in position, you have the ability to change your life around, guys. So I thank you for hanging out with me. Just wanted to go live so you could see I'm a real person. My channel is called Keep It Real Marketing, so I will keep it real about digital marketing. It's you versus you. It's never your sponsor's fault. If that's the case, why did you join them? Because of their money? That's your fault for comparing yourself to someone else's results. You already know the safest way to be is within. So set your own personal goals, right? Set your own goals, then nobody can play you because you know what you're after. And then since you know what you're after, you could look at all of the different opportunities and decide which one's the best for you. It's also never a flex to be the cheapest, right? Got to put it out there. It's never the flex to be the cheapest because most of the time, if you have high income goals, you know you're not hitting them because you have this thing that's cheap and you need so many sales in order to hit your income goal. So there's some people, they have 10 different things they promote, and then there's someone else promoting one thing, making more money than all of the 10 things they're doing all at once. Does that mean multiple streams is bad? Absolutely not. Multiple streams of income is very smart. Have multiple streams. But just understand the way that you build your income, a lot of times it's the same actions. You have your website link, you have to know how to drive traffic. You got to know how to get people to your system. You have to understand the buyer's journey, the awareness stage, the consideration stage, and the decision-making stage, right? You got to create things to help people. And once you understand this, it's a universal thing you could do anywhere, guys. So what I really teach people to do, because I've been online for years, is learn how to build up your cash flow first. With our digital franchise, anytime you make a sale, you get access to your money instantly. So if you made 10 sales in one day, you got paid 10 times in one day. You don't have to wait 2 weeks later. If you make 3 sales in one day, you get paid 3 times in one day. No middleman touching your money. And that's the beauty of the digital franchise business model. Or master resale rights, right? You're paying to own it. You can't change anything about it, but now you own it as is, and then you could just market it. So guys, that's how you keep it simple. If you had a McDonald's, you would change nothing. You would just market it. If you had a Wendy's, you would change nothing. You would just market it. If you had a Starbucks, you would change nothing. You would just market it, right? They have the products already. So if you want to know what our digital products are, just go to the website link in the description. You'll see dailypaywithfamba.com. When you go to that page, you'll see a capture page. This is called building an email list. If you want the info, you can enter your email. If not, it's all good, right? But when you enter your email, you'll be taken to a free video presentation where the creator of the program explains everything, guys. So digital franchise, earn $100 anytime you sell a Launchpad product, earn $300 anytime you sell Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, earn $600 anytime you sell the Digital Mastery, and earn $900 anytime you sell the Legacy Builders package, which is their top product package. One sale a day would equal $328,000 in a year. So imagine just one sale a day making you over $300,000. It's not a guarantee of results. And once again, if you decide to take action with me and you get the Legacy Builder program, my bonus to you is we can set up a one-on-one mentorship call. I love seeing my people win. I love working with providers who understand there's no get-rich-quick scheme and all businesses need customers. And then it's just about doing the work, and it only takes 2 hours a day. All right, guys? So have an amazing day. I hope you're enjoying yourself out there. Do something that you love. Do something that inspires you and that you can feel or you see yourself of reaching that bigger life than you want, right? I'm at home and I'm live right now, but I've seen other people at home going live create multiple 6 figures. So I'm in the right direction with what I'm doing, right? And just face your fears along the way. Get around the people who want to see you succeed. And then most importantly, you gotta take action every day. You cannot, there's a non-negotiable for you to make your life better. And its success is not owned, it's rented every day through the actions you take. So many people, you get started in great businesses and then there's no evidence of you working it at all. All you got to do is just restart. Set a clear goal for yourself. Focus on that goal. Create, do your best, and just show up daily, right? But give yourself a direction so that you know where you want to go, and then nobody can trick you. If you want a very straightforward way to earn an extra $100 up to $900 a day, because you can make $100 up to $900 a customer, visit the website link in the description. I shared how it's just like having a franchise. If you owned a McDonald's, you wouldn't change anything. So when you own this digital program, you don't need to change anything, guys. All you need to do is be coachable. If you're willing to follow the mentorship of somebody who really wants you to succeed, you'll be able to be the judge of that. All right, guys? So have an amazing day. Take action. If you get started with me as a legacy builder, we could set up a one-on-one mentorship call, and I'm here to support long run. Have an amazing day. Action takers are money makers. Let's get it.